Viewers, in a landmark decision, the Modi government has revoked the Indira-era ban on government officials joining the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. This move marks a significant triumph for freedom of speech, association and democratic values. For decades, this ban had forced government officials to choose between their duty to the nation and their personal beliefs. Many called it a relic of a bygone era, when the government sought to control citizens' thoughts and actions, stifling dissenting voices and suppressing ideological diversity. By revoking this ban, the Modi government has restored the fundamental rights of government officials, allowing them to engage with lawful organizations that align with their values and beliefs. This move promotes inclusivity, diversity and democratic principles, recognizing that a healthy democracy thrives on diverse perspectives and robust debate. This decision is a testament to the government's commitment to upholding the constitution and protecting individual freedoms. It's a victory for all Indians who cherish the values of liberty, equality and fraternity. But those who've been chanting Jai Samvidhan in and out of parliament are opposed to this move, forgetting that the Samvidhan, the constitution, allows freedom of association. Sample the reactions.
परंतु अपने राजनीतिक स्वार्थों के चलते संघ जैसे रचनात्मक कार्य करने वाले संगठन के गतिविधियों में भाग लेने के लिए पाबंदी लगाई गई थी.
In my opinion, it is a wrong decision. One must read the oath of RSS. Does it talks about inclusive India? No. Allowing government servants to participate in RSS activities is not at all good for our India's, pluralism, diversity.
मुझे लगता है बहुत अच्छी बात है कि इस बात पे बहस होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों ने इतिहास से इस बात को मिटाने की बहुत कोशिश की कि इनके ऊपर सरदार पटेल ने कभी बैन लगाया था. मुझे लगता है इस पे देश भर में चर्चा होनी चाहिए.
Let's open this up. Tohin Sinha, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Karan Verma stays on. Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji is also with us. Vivek Silas here in the studios. Now, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, the ban was imposed in 1966. Now that the ban has been revoked, many in the Congress are actually mocking RSS. What's your problem with the RSS?
No, basically it hardly makes any difference. Already the Modi government has infiltrated all the echelons of administration with the RSS people as on today. All vice chancellors or university professors, even students union, even you see the clerical jobs, the grade A, grade B, grade C, all decision making or executing people have been flooded with RSS people. Now this same RSS which swears by the Manusmriti, will the present opponents who are saying that the ban has been lifted, it's a great thing, will they stand with what Manusmriti says? No. Because their hypocrisy needs to be exposed tonight. What does RSS stand for? Stands for the hegemony of a particular cultural identity, and that is Hindi, Hindustan and Hinduism. They do not stand for Hinduism, that's the problem. They stand for Hindutva. And what does Hindutva say? The establishment of a Hindu Rashtra, which is against the basic secular credentials of the Indian
stands for Constitution and the secular principles. Did you not hear what Mohan Bhagwat had said, Mr. Chaudhary?
For 52 years, the same organization which refused to submit its books of accounts, which refused to hoist the national flag, which refused to accept the Indian Constitution, now talks of being a constitutional body. How foolish can you be?
How foolish can that be? Tohin Sinha responding to you.
RSS is like a cancer to the Indian society.
The Congress party has a history of assaulting the constitution, and the ban on RSS officials and workers, the ban on government officials from participating in RSS activities was equally unconstitutional because it violated Article 14 and Article 19 of the Constitution. Article 19 is right to freedom of expression, and Article 14 is right to equality without denial. Now the point is, this Congress party we have seen loves to hobnob with SDPI, the political wing of PFI, and we are all aware of PFI's anti-national and pro-terrorist activities. So there, this Congress party has no qualms. We have seen the venomous attitude of Rahul Gandhi towards RSS. He has equated RSS with Islamic Brotherhood. He has faced a defamation case because, he blamed RSS for the murder of Gandhiji when the RSS was completely exonerated way back in 1948. But moreover, what worries me is that this is such an ignorant Congress party that it is not even aware that its own first president after independence, Bhogaraju Pattabhi Sitaramaiah, had very close links with RSS. The second Congress president after independence, Purushottam Tandon, was a staunch Hindu nationalist. Unfortunately, this Congress party believes that the only way they can survive is by hurting Hindu sentiments. And I think, that is what makes this day historic, when that ban has been lifted and all of the government employees will have complete freedom to participate in RSS activities, which are all woven around nation building.
No, I just want to ask a more fundamental question to Vivek Silas. Vivek Silas जी, कमरुज़्ज़मान चौधरी को मैंने पूछा कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है, वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं बता रहे। जो लोग जय संविधान की एक प्रति लेके, कॉपी लेके जय संविधान करते हैं, संविधान में तो ये भी है फ्रीडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन। अब आरएसएस से क्या प्रॉब्लम? आरएसएस बैंड है, इलीगल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, अनलॉफुल है, फिर ये बॉयकॉट माइंडसेट क्यों?
देखिए प्रणेश जी, जैसे मैंने आपसे पहले भी अभी बोला था कि जैसे जैसे ये 3 राज्यों के चुनाव पास आते जाएंगे, हमको इस तरह की राजनीति बिल्कुल देखने को मिलेगी, अभी और भी ज्यादा देखने को मिलेगी। मैं आप देख लीजिएगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ दिक्कत यह है कि जिस तरह से आज देश के हालात हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी देश के हालात पे बात ही नहीं करना चाहती है। क्या किसी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता को या
विवेक साइलस, मिस्टर साइलस, यू हैव टू आंसर।
मुझे आई डोंट हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम if
there you go, you don't have any
taken, but
no, but you say that to Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
I need to complete.
What is this mindset that if you are from the sun, you cannot?
You are interrupting me.
I am asking you a question, sir. I want an answer.
I want the Bharatiya Janata Party to talk about paper leaks, terrorism. It's very good that Tuin Sina talked about
we've
terrorism.
had those debates,
Mr.
Mr. Silas.
What debate?
But that does
How
not,
many debates
that
we have had on terrorism?
Of course.
Can you tell me?
No.
Go and check.
No.
Go
How
and
many,
check, sir.
I come to
Do
your
you-
channel
what-
almost every day. I have not been in a debate.
You have not been a debate.
Specifically
In a debate does not mean we've
terrorism.
not done those debates.
We
Now,
have-
Mr. Silas, you'll have to.
We
trust
don't
me when I
talk
say
about
that.
the border issues.
Of course we talk about the border
education.
issues.
We don't talk about health. We don't talk about inflation. We don't talk about corruption. We don't talk about unemployment. That is the way. That is
So
the
you,
way
no,
the
no.
Bharatiya Janata
But
Party
the
is working.
takeaway from what you said is you have no problems. But Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji, I asked you what is your problem, you had no answers. Karan, what is this mindset of considering RSS as a stigma?
No. Pranesh, actually Kamruzaman ji is so ignorant. Pandit Nehru, 1963, Republic Day parade, he opened the door and said RSS people should come and march along with us. We want to celebrate their contribution in the 1962 China war. I don't think Kamruzaman knows about that. It was Pandit Nehru who honored him. आपको ये बात पता होनी चाहिए। उसके बाद 1965 में भी जब पाकिस्तान से भी वॉर हुई, तब भी RSS took control of management of traffic and other relief activities. Time and again they've been honored and the governments reached out to them for help. Even Indira Gandhi 1966 में जरूर बैन किया था. 1977 में she wanted to extend an olive branch to them so that they could help them politically, but they refused. So, get to the history. This is an organization which is today educating 3.2 million students, just so you know. This is an organization that is running so many shakhas in tribal areas to get them into the mainstream. And you negate all of this and say, oh, it's a cancer to society. Then why did Pandit Nehru open the gates for them and introduce them in the 1963 parade? Why did Lal Bahadur Shastri appreciate their efforts? Why are they appreciated for liberation of Goa? Do you have an answer to all this?
No, even if you don't want to go back as far as Nehru and the others, in June 2018, former President of India, late Pranab Mukherjee, visited the RSS headquarters in Nagpur. Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
They will disown Pranab Mukherjee now.
I am quoting what he said. The soul of India resides in pluralism and tolerance. This plurality of our society has come through assimilation of ideas of a century. Yes, sir.
Can I reply?
Of course.
You know, these same people, they will sing peens of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. And you know what Baba Saheb Ambedkar said about the RSS? when you say clearly about here that Hindutva is about one language, one religion, one country, there we have got a problem. The world's largest NGO does not have the audacity to show its books of account. It is registered under no law in India. Still then it proclaims to be the world's largest NGO. Why this preferential?
What has the Supreme Court said on Hindutva? Kamru Zamanji, what has the Supreme Court said on Hindutva?
Then most important question that I want to ask here.
ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा सर बाबा साहब अंबेडकर को भी हटा दीजिए. मैं बाबा साहब अंबेडकर को कोट कर दूंगा. व्हाट ही सेड अबाउट इस्लाम. आपको दिक्कत हो जाएगी. आपको दिक्कत हो जाएगी. मैं वो करना नहीं चाहता हूं.
कल्चर मोर देन
हिंदुत्व मीन्स इंडियन कल्चर. सुप्रीम कोर्ट 1995 जजमेंट. ये मैं जजमेंट से बता रहा हूं. कोट अनकोट. So, you know, if you have a problem with Indian culture, that's your problem.
Kamru Zaman Chaudhary ji,
with Supreme Court judgment, that's your problem.
Let me ask you a more fundamental question. 1 minute, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary ji, 1 minute. If what you are saying is 1 minute, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary ji, 1 minute. Even if you what 1 minute, sir, if what you are saying is true, by that logic, the UPA government should have banned RSS. Why didn't you ban it? If you think the activities are subversive, they are anti-national, that RSS works against, works against the interests of the country and is anti-constitution. Why didn't the UPA government ban RSS? Why are the Congress-ruled governments, state governments taking action against the RSS?
Stated objective. We have got a stated objective. When we come to power, listen Pranesh, there is no hiding the fact. First thing will be the banning the Bajrang Dal. Second will be banning the RSS.
Ban the Bajrang Dal. 1 minute. Ban the Bajrang Dal. No, Congress. 1 minute, sir. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary ji, 1 minute. A promise was made. Now you know where it was made. Nothing has happened. You won the polls in the state. What has happened to Bajrang Dal? 1 minute. This is not about Bajrang Dal. The Congress governments are in other states. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 1 minute. Why don't you, Mr. Chaudhary, 1 minute. I am asking you that question. You must take a position. You are saying when we come to power, the Congress governments are in many states. Take act against the RSS. Ban the RSS. Will you ban the RSS?
When banning a organization comes under the Union Home Ministry, my dear sir.
No.
The states
The state government, wherever the opposition is ruling, I can tell you, ये RSS और हिंदुत्व दल जितना है बजरंग दल.
तो एक मिनट, तो कमरू जमान चौधरी जी एक बात बताइए. When the Congress was in power, 1 minute, sir, the Congress was in power for
तीनों बार दे लैंडेड विद अ फुट इन देयर माउथ. आपको 6 महीने में प्रूफ करना होता है कोर्ट में. आप तीनों बार हारे हो. आप फर्स्ट अमेंडमेंट भी जब लाए when Nehru lost to RSS.
I am saying Karan Verma, but let's just talk about what has happened in the recent past. 10 years, sir, UPA 1, UPA 2. Why didn't you ban the RSS?
Karan Verma ji,
you didn't. Don't respond to Karan Verma. Answer my question. I want to call this bluff. 1 minute. If you believe RSS is anti-national, ban the RSS or withdraw your comments. Why didn't the UPA 1, UPA 2 governments ban the RSS?
So we are going to ban the RSS.
Why didn't the UPA 1 and UPA 2, 1 minute, led by the Congress, ban the RSS? Mr. Chaudhary, are you suggesting that during those 10 years, the RSS was a nationalist organization, and now suddenly after 2014, now that Modi government is in power, the RSS is anti-national? What are you saying, sir? People can see through this bluff. Mr. Vivek Silas has no problems. Otherwise, he would have taken a position.
I am just interested in the development of the country.
Yeah, there you go. He is only interested in development.
Interested in the development of my country.
Yeah.
Ideology, our party.
These things are not going to help the country at all.
These things are not going to help. Listen to your ally, Mr. Chaudhary. Listen to your ally.
We need development. That's
these things will not help the country. But when will you ban the RSS? Tell the state governments that are ruled by the Congress to ban the RSS.
I've got 2 questions for the panel out here. Do you believe in Manusmriti?
But you are not answering the question. I have only one question, sir. So let's answer this one question, then you ask the second question. Will the Congress governments ban RSS, yes or no?
Please. Baar-baar he's saying Manusmriti.
When it comes to power, of course.
Of course, the Congress government, the party is in power in many states, sir. Should I give you the list?
It is not under the state government.
Okay.
Why are you mistaking it? It is under the Union Home Ministry.
आप सपोर्ट करेंगे विवेक साइलस, आप ally हैं. When the India alliance comes to power, okay. When the India alliance comes to power, Vivek Silas, will you ban the RSS?
Let the India alliance come to power, then we'll think about it. But as of now, we and Samajwadi Party,
now
our national leader,
development.
only wants development of the country. We need peace and harmony in the country. If this is going to help the country, but by any stretch of imagination, can you prove that this is going to help the country's development? No, it will not.
They will ban when they come to power.
No, you know, Kamru Zaman ji has time and again said, do you believe in Manusmriti? I'll ask him, does he believe in the text which in chapter 4 verse 56 says, those who do not believe in us will burn in hell for eternity? Does he believe that idol worshippers are the worst of all creatures? In a country where we have 80 crore plus idol worshippers, does he believe idol worshippers are the worst of creatures? 98.6. 448 idol worshippers are the worst of all creatures. Do you believe in that? Or do you believe in Baba Sahib Ambedkar you quoted, who said the benefits of Islam are limited to Islam only? It is a closed community whose benefits are linked only to it. It is a closed brotherhood which doesn't believe in the concept of nation.
This is not about Mr. 1 minute. This is not about no, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary ji, look, you stand exposed. You stand exposed today. I asked you, will you ban the RSS? You are saying when we come to power. When you were in power, you did not still ban the RSS. Because where are the grounds to ban the RSS? And if there are no grounds, then why are you doing this service to the Jai Samvidhan slogan? At least follow it in letter and spirit. Because the Samvidhan allows the freedom of choice. Let the government servants exercise that freedom of choice if you're chanting Jai Samvidhan every day. Whether it is in parliament and outside. We've run out of time, gentlemen. I thank all of you for joining us. Navika Kumar with the News Hour on the other side.